quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the barbershop. G. Bush offers a fresh cut on sports. The barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture, it's lifestyle, it's sports. And it's now the barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at GBush91 on Twitter.
Welcome on into the barbershop. It's your boy G Bush. And y'all probably didn't even think I was going to show up today. Man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably didn't even think I was pulling up, but you know I got to pull up. You know I got something to talk about, and we're going to get into it today. We want to thank everybody. 2236, I think it's going to be a lot of people up in here. You know what you come here for. You come here for that truth serum. You come over this way because G Bush is going to give it to you like I give it to you. Because you search around and you could look at other people and they want to do their little post-game shows. And I don't even like to hear what they got to say, because when they do the post-game shows, when they running around doing all these little post-game shows, they want to hit you with, let's just everybody stay calm. Everybody just stay calm. Don't get a knee. Don't be knee-jerk reactions. It's just one game. Only one game, G. Bush, long series. You said it yourself, right? That the Knicks are a good team, and you said the Cavs win in 7. So why are we even talking about what happened tonight? Didn't you expect the Knicks to come out and play well? But this is the same old trope we get every single week from Cleveland people. Maybe you guys think if you wish hard enough, if you don't say anything constructive or bad, maybe that it'll help them win. Look, man, we're going to go through this tape. And before I get to any of the stats, that's why it takes so long to start up, because I want to give you the numbers. I don't want to sit here and just give you my opinion, but I'm going to tell you what, off of what I just saw. First of all, the Cavs is lucky that they were even in that game to begin with. They were lucky to even be in that game the way they came out and started. And I did my show earlier today, and I did my show on 92.3 The Fan, and callers called me up. And the one thing that I got consistently from the callers, from the people that was watching basketball, or from the people that we was previewing the show, the thing that came up time and time again was one person's name, JB Bickerstaff. It wasn't the players. It was one guy that we felt was going to do him in. And I gave JB Bickerstaff the benefit of the doubt. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and say, yo, G Bush, man, I'm gonna give him an opportunity to show what he can and can't do. But for right off the bat, I knew something was up, and I said, oh, we in trouble. We in trouble. Before I continue to go, 48 people still in the chat, 48 people is watching. If you are on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. If you anywhere, please hit that like button. Hit that share button as well. We got a long way to go. Super chat is open. If you want to super chat, you know where you can find me on YouTube. Super chat is available. Or if you just want to give your comment and concerns, we will get to that too. Let me dive back into this screen real quick, because I want to say something in terms of JB Bickerstaff really quickly. I knew something was up when Dean Wade was the first guy off the bench. I'm going to tell you what. I said, what, Dean Wade? Dean Wade is your first reserve off the bench? Now, Dean Wade has not played and been in a rotation the whole entire second part of the season. He has not even been in effect. He hasn't done anything. Dean Wade has never been a factor this year, and he's your first go-to guy off the bench. The problem with that is He can't hit the broadside of a barn, and he comes in with the Daffy Duck. Which way did I go? Which way did he go? He can't play a lick of defense. And he's the first guy you bring off the bench. I'm looking around like, what happened to Jetty? Is Jetty sick? Did he? I know everybody got COVID shots. Is he cool? Everybody good? No Jetty. And I'm going to keep it real. Your boy Ricky Rubio was lost in the sauce. Looked lost in the sauce. Isaac Okoro, I haven't looked at the stat right now. We'll bring that up together. Isaac Okoro, just off the top of my head, didn't hit any threes. The game plan was something we all knew. Everybody named Mom knew what it was. Isaac Okoro is going to be left open in the corner. If he cannot hit those threes, I told JB that you got to have a quick hook. And when you have a quick hook, you have to understand, who are you going to go with? What are you going to do? If they can't hold Jalen Brunson, put a guy like a Stevenson in front of him to wear him down. He is a small stature guy, but you need a guy with a big body to wear him down. We didn't get any of those adjustments. We didn't see Danny Green. We were one of, I guess 100 from the three-point line. We saw no Danny Green. Not one ounce of Danny Green today. So we looked at it, and all you got was Donovan Mitchell. And the crazy thing about this is, as bad as these dudes played, these dudes had a 1-point lead with 2 minutes left in the game. And the reason you lost that game, and people can say Darius Garland didn't shoot in the second half, that's a valid point. People can say JB Bickerstaff didn't make any adjustments like we were supposed to. The rotation is issue. You got a point with that. Some would say the offense is stagnant. All they run is pick and rolls, don't run no plays. If you thought LeBron James was doing ISO ball and Kyrie, bro, they ain't see that look like the Princeton offense compared to this. These boys they got one play, and it ain't even a play. It's high pick and roll, and we'll see what we do and hope Donovan Mitchell can bail us out. Some people could argue that was. But I'm going to tell you what really did the Cavs in today. And this is something that I'm consistent about across the board. In this city, you're going to have to understand one thing and one thing only. Dogs win. The dogs win. The dudes that's willing to thug it out. The dudes that's willing to get dirty. The dudes that's willing to show that emotion. The dudes that's willing to take one for the team with the karate chops and the kicks, all of that. The dudes that's doing it at that level is going to win the game. And you think I'm lying? 2 minutes left in the game. First possession. Jarrett Allen doesn't box his man out. Leading to Hart getting a three. Don't block your man out. Next play, Evan Mobley didn't block anybody out. You couldn't secure a rebound even after you got the stop. And one criticism that I know for a fact, all of you individuals in the chat, shout out to y'all because y'all came over here to talk that real stuff. Y'all came over here to get the real. What y'all been saying all year was this. Yeah, we got a nice team. I love the fact that Darius Garland is a nice individual. Man, Evan Mobley, I wouldn't even know. He's one of the most unassuming kids. He's a great kid, doesn't say much. Jarrett Allen's a glue guy. He's gregarious and nice. And hey, listen, that nice crap don't get it done. That nice crap is cool in the regular season. But all three of them got an understanding and an education of what you need to do in the playoffs, because they looked like they was unwilling to seek force. They were timid. They were shy. They were stepped back on. And New York came in here like New York was going to come in here. And guess what? The aggressors win the spoils. Even their coach is more aggressive than our coach. Tom Thibodeau from Jump Street pulled that veteran stuff on you, JB. He little broed you today. from Jump Street. Tibbs was getting the calls from the second that the tip came because he was in the ref's ear. Even when it was a bad call. Even when he got a good call, bad call, indifferent. Every single time he looked like a history teacher that is mad because all the kids in the back of the classroom is talking. He just sitting up here, bald, hunchback of Notre Dame. He had a lot of Quasimodo in him. Just mad, just angry, just sweating, I don't like that call. What do you mean, Tom? We called a foul on the Cavs. I didn't like you didn't blow the whistle fast enough. Next time you blow that whistle faster. He just walking around, just looking like a bulldog, just the whole game. Just at the he's just a bulldog all on the ankles of the ref. And JB over there like, man, we didn't get that call. Throwing your hands up, JB ain't gonna get it done. They played with the level of tenacity of their coach. And you didn't do anything. You didn't get your bigs involved. I didn't even know they were playing. Jarrett Allen, this is the worst game I've ever seen you play in a Cavs uniform. You looked like somebody stole your girlfriend, like you ran out of gas in a bad neighborhood. You look like you got an open bottle, open flask that you had from your old wedding 4 years ago, and the state trooper is behind you. You looked horrible tonight. You couldn't grab the ball for nothing. You fumbled everything off your hands. You couldn't it was greased up. You looked like Julius Randle was the boogeyman. He was just looking at you, and you just looking at, hey, Jarrett, you can look people in the eye. You do know that, right? It's okay. I don't think they'll put hands on you or anything. This guy was looking at the ground. I'm like, this dude, are you spooked? Hey, I could at least say Evan Mobley was like, okay, he was trying to do a little something. At least he was trying to do something. But you, sir, you got beat to sleep on the glass all doggone day. And Darius Garland, you played well in the first half with milk box material. We didn't. Hey, have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? No, we ain't seen Darius Garland. All right, I'm just saying. Before we get to these stats, let's get to the chat. Before we get to them, let's get to the chat. So a lot of people up in here. My mother says the voice is not in sync. Well, that could be your internet. Now I'm playing with you. Look, I don't even want to hear this. Hey, looks didn't exactly play Brunson on Stevens. Knicks were getting 3 to 5 shots a possession. That cannot happen. Hey, listen, Cleveland 2022. Listen, they was getting everything they wanted. The free throws, rebounds, missing shots, our bigs and Darius Garland didn't help. Donovan Mitchell, G. Bush, we should let Lamar Stevens, Danny Green play. I love your channel. Appreciate it, man. Hey, listen, Mark Hicks said, I completely forgot about Danny Green. He was just over there just hanging out. Just hanging out. The AC way. What was the purpose of signing Green? To talk to players on the bench? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it was for, because it sure was not to come in here and play. It sure wasn't. JB is the Cavs version of Mark Jackson's. The Cavs need to find their Steve Kerr and Kenny Atkinson. My thing, Mike, and I appreciate you. 95 people in here checking this out. Make sure y'all hit the like button, please. I appreciate it. Small little gesture for your boy. Like, Mike, here's the crazy thing about this, man. When you look at it, the Cavs are the only team that I've seen ever run no plays. I don't even think they know what plays are. I don't see screening away. I don't see pin down action. I don't see backdoor action. I don't see high-low action. I don't see guys running off stagger screens. I don't see guys running. I don't see it. I don't even see guys slipping and pick and roll. If you're going to run a pick and roll, why not pick and flare? If you're going to run a pick and roll, why not pick and roll and then slip the cut? And also, why won't you, instead of running pick and roll with the bigs, running pick and roll with Isaac Okoro? Run pick and roll with some of those guys. So at least you can get them going downhill to the basket. They don't have plays, man. They literally don't have plays. Don't have plays, man. Let me see. Earl in here? Let me see. Give me a second. Let me, yeah, we're going to invite some people up in here, man. We might be able to do that. Let me see. Hold on now. Where Earl at? Let me make sure we get this connection together. Hold on. Hey, Earl, if you looking, I'm going to send you a joint to your messenger. All right, here we go. So, Earl, if you're on, I definitely sent you a message. We'll let you in when you get here. Check your Facebook Messenger. Check your Facebook Messenger. So before we do that, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get to some of these stats really quickly. I want to just, get to this overall. First of all, let's take a look at what the Knicks did a little bit here. Let me get rid of this banner. That for now. All right. So let's take a look at what the Knicks did. For a guy that wasn't going to play, your man Julius Randle, he played 34 minutes. So all of the hope and wishing and aspirations of him not playing did not help. Julius Randle, 34 minutes. He had 3 threes, 7 of 20, not very efficient. But if you look at it, he came in for a dude that's injured. He gave you 19 and 10, 4 assists, 2 steals. So Julius Randle came back and did what he was supposed to do. Right? Let's continue to look. Jalen Brunson is the guy who killed you. And the crazy thing about Jalen Brunson killing you is this. He actually was in foul trouble the whole game. So if he's 11 of 24, 27 points, didn't really do anything rebounding assist-wise. But take a look. He's 11 of 24, 1 for 4 for 3, 27 points. He only played 30 minutes. Can you imagine what day they got smoked by if Jalen Brunson was playing the whole game? It'd have been ugly. Ugly. Quentin Grimes, he didn't do nothing. 5 points. RJ Barrett, nothing. He had 7 points. Really didn't do nothing. Robinson, he didn't, what he did? 8 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. That's you, Jarrett Allen. That's your man. 26 minutes, 3 of 5 for the field goals, and those are 5 huge offensive rebounds. 5 huge, and some of them came at the most inopportune time for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the fourth quarter. Again, if there's anything to hang your hat on with the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's the fact that, listen, they played that horrible. They played terrible, and yet still, they had to lead with about 2 minutes. Had to lead with 2 minutes left to go. That just goes to show you just how it's crazy. Obi Toppin, 14 minutes. He had 9 points. He came off the bench. And when you want to look at these bench guys is look at the plus minus. His plus minus was 12, positive 12. Hartenstein, right? This is the guy who killed this. You bring Hartenstein in the game, he gives you 5 rebounds, 8 points, plus 19. Josh Hart hit a big-time dagger 3. Big time dagger three when he was hobbled on the ankle. That really hurt him. 8 of 11. He shot the ball tremendously from the field. 10 rebounds. Let me ask you this. Josh Hart got 10 rebounds. Crazy. 17 points off the bench. Quickly, who's supposed to be a sixth man, he didn't really even do anything. Didn't even really do anything. Let's go take a look at what the Cavs did. And you can see immediately once you put the stats up. That's why I try to take my time to put these up so cats can understand that really, literally, who's giving you something, who ain't giving you nothing. First and foremost, Evan Mobley, 38 minutes, 4 of 13, 11 rebounds, 8 points, 11 rebounds from Evan Mobley. You're not winning no series if he got 8 points and 11 rebounds. You going home. Hey, fellas, this is the playoffs. This is the playoffs. This is big boy basketball. So, if you feel like, somebody's going to feel sorry for you and that's going to get you a win, it ain't happening here. 8 points and 11 rebounds, not going to get it done. And if I'm JB Bickerstaff, I go in and I say, Evan Mobley, we can't win if you play like that. And we're not just saying it because we're trying to get on you. We're saying it because we know what you're capable of. You need more than that. Isaac Okoro, 23 minutes. He's 1 of 6 from the field. 0 for 4 behind the three-point line. And he gives you 6 points and 3 rebounds, 2 assists. 6 points, Isaac. We can't cut that. Especially if Jalen Brunson is going to be the guy who you guarding because he hit you for 27. Can't win that way. You can't do it. Jarrett Allen played 43 minutes, right? And his stat line may look like he was doing something. No. He got 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 14 points. Played 43 minutes. That was too kind. All of that is way too kind. Jarrett Allen played one of the worst games I've seen him play. That 6 of 8 ain't fooling me. I've seen way too many times you couldn't grab the rebound. Way too many times you were timid underneath. Way too many times that you just was not physical and you didn't look like you was willing to take the fight to them. Darius Garland, 43 minutes. I'm going to say 43 points. I would have took that. Darius Garland, plus minus a 3. This is where I go. 17 points. We need more than that. 20, 21, 22 minimum. And here's where it hits the rubber to the road. Your point guard had 1 assist. Your point guard has 17 points, 1 assist. Hubie Brown, I thought, did a really good job of explaining that early on in the game. And he says, the Cavs need to get their bench guys ready to go. These guys, their bigs underneath, need to be more physical. They need to demand the basketball. They have to make those guys guard them inside, and they didn't. And Darius Garland didn't do a good enough job of getting them the ball. That 1 assist shows it. And also it shows that JB Bickerstaff did not have a plan. You can't tell me that I go into that game and that was that game plan. The game plan was to run pick and roll. That was the game plan. Let's just run high pick and roll the whole game. No. Donovan Mitchell, 6 for 16 behind the arc, 14 and 30 from the field, 38 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. I mean, he just didn't get no help. He just did not get enough help. If I wanted to nitpick with it and say, I would like you be a little more efficient behind, on your 2-point shots, but I can't nitpick that. Can't do it. This is the blunder of the day. Let's put Dean Wade in for 7 unproductive, dumb minutes with a minus 14 stat line, plus or minus. The guy hasn't been in the rotation all year. All year, right? You give 7 of his minutes. You could have gave those 7 minutes to Jetty, right? Jetty comes in 3 or 4, 2 for 3 behind the arc. couple of the assists, right? Energy, 9 points. You could have gave all of those minutes to Jetty. Yet and still, you come in tricking around and trying to figure deal stuff. Come on, man. Let's keep it moving. I told you, Ricky Rubio, nothing. Gave you 0. 6 minutes. These was wasted minutes. Look at them. 6 right here and 7. These boys was out there like they was at Any Time or Planet Fitness getting cardio in. Y'all cats, I'm going to start calling y'all cardio kings. Y'all boys did nothing but burn some empty calories out there because you didn't do that on the court. -9 for him. And this is the huge one. I mean, dang, Karis LeVert. We got nothing. 18 points, 1 of 7, didn't hit a three-pointer. I mean, he had 3 points, 1 rebound, -14 plus minus. Yeah. If they want to quick out in the playoffs, they should play this exact way tomorrow or the next day. If they play this way, woo, they'll be great. That'll be awesome. Let's take a look at some of the team stats. The Cavs actually shot better than for the field than the Knicks. The Cavs actually hit 2 more three-pointers than the Knicks. Cavs shot 32% from three-point range. New York Knicks shot 27%. Look at the free throw disparity. They got to the line and made 4 more free throws than they did. That was close, but from free throw land, that means they were the aggressor. They got to the line more. Cavs shoot 71%. You leaving points at the line. The game was lost right here. Look at the rebounding. That was the game right there. 51 total rebounds, 17 offensive rebounds. Cavs they out rebounded by 12, 13. Right? Cavs led in assist. When you look at it, both of the teams turned it over. Actually, Knicks turned it over more. If you look at this box score, the Cavs are leading in pretty much all of the categories, all of them. Fast break points ended up being only 2 more for the Knicks. Points in the paint, the Knicks won that by 4. And basically, if these stats don't tell you anything, is that the Cavs played horrible, but the Knicks played bad too. Jalen Brunson got into foul trouble. They lost their rhythm on a lot of different things. They gave up a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. The Cavs had an opportunity to put it away with 2 minutes. But guess what? The possession ain't over if you play great defense until you secure the rebound. And they lost the game on the offensive glass. Right there. 17 offensive rebounds, and it reared its ugly head because nobody wanted to mix it up. I didn't see any nasty tenacity fight, none of that. I didn't see any of that. Didn't see none of it. Let's go to some of you guys in here, man. Let's get to some of these more of your questions, some more of your stuff, man. Keep it real. Doesn't Mitchell have the same look that LeBron had before he left? He know JB ain't it. You tell me not. Hey, listen. I'm gonna say this. I've already been on record with this. I've been on record talking about it. It's not a foregone conclusion that Donovan Mitchell is going to be here for a long, sustained period of time. That's not what it is. Because I think a lot of people are misunderstanding the situation. Donovan Mitchell has already been playing NBA basketball at a high level. He's already with Utah gotten to a point where sometimes he felt like he couldn't do no more. He felt like sometimes he wasn't really in a position to really win and go forward. And sometimes when a player or a superstar feel that way, it feels demoralizing because he's looking over that other roster and saying, man, Jalen Brunson ain't better than me, but they got him playing a certain way over here. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you call in a timeout, how come we can't get no easy layup off the timeout? Where are we scheming up things for guys to eat easy buckets? We just don't. We let the Knicks dictate the way the game was going to be played. They wanted it to be a slugfest and graciously accepted. Robinson and Randall don't respect our bigs. They don't. They disrespected them. And I would disrespect them when I went to the locker room because this is the only way you're going to get them to play better. And it's to show that this is the type of time you want. It reminded me when you was younger and see, my mom didn't play bullies. If back in the day, I don't know, hey, if I'm crazy, if I'm right, put these ones up. If I'm false, you don't understand what I'm saying, throw them twos in here, right? So what I'm about to say, a lot of people, if you know, put them ones up in here. See, my mom didn't play my mom and dad didn't play no you getting chased home game, right? My mom and dad didn't play that you gonna be getting bullied game. You know what I'm saying? All that you got chased home, they harassing you. My mom then told me, and my dad then told me, you ain't no trouble starter, but I'm gonna let you know something right now. If somebody put their hands on you, you better put them into next week. I'll pay for the hospital bill. But we don't play victims here. Ain't gonna be no victims. He's like, I will back you. I got your back. Because if you come here and you done got bullied and ran down here and you crying, I'm gonna get you. You're gonna be more scared of me than them. I'm gonna get you together. You might get beat up twice, and then I'm still gonna drive you right back to where you came from and say, go ahead, go talk to him. Go handle what you need to handle. You see how that worked? Because at the end of the day, all that nice guy stuff don't work. I don't play a good victim. You're not just gonna walk up to me and threaten me any certain old type of way. I'm not. Listen, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm a Christian man. I'm a family-oriented dude. But I tell you what, I ain't gonna be no victim. You're not gonna have no easy time putting me in no pine box, and then everybody gotta come to my funeral. You gotta watch me. Wow, what a good dude G. Bush was. I really love this podcast. Man, it's a shame what happened to him. That guy just ran up. Oh, no. Trust me, we won't be doing that here today. And sometimes when you say things like that, and when it comes to in context, people think you crazy and you just being over the top. But that's the way you have to play sports. That's the way you have to play. They supposed to tell them, hey, y'all got punked by Julius Randle. You got punked by Henderson on your home court. All that philanthropy and good, all that donating and charity, that's all good, fine and dandy. That don't help you in between them white lines. That don't help you between them white lines. I'm not playing. I can't do it. Let me talk to these ones real quick. Hey, victim tendency. I ain't gonna be nobody's victim, dog. We don't play the victimhood, bro. I'm a nice dude. The Cavs better learn. And somebody said it on the radio station. We love Brad Daugherty and Mark Price and them. They had good records. But the Pistons, they knew what they needed to do to Michael Jordan to win. Put him in the first row of the stands. That you want to know why? The Pistons is the only team that was when Michael Jordan was still out here moving around. You know why he that only team to put the Bulls up out of their misery? Because they was willing to do some stuff that other people wasn't. See the Celtics and the Sixers and all those. They wasn't willing to go to the lengths that Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, John Sally, Rick Mahorn. They wasn't really ready to do what they was ready to do. And they got him up out of here. All the rest of them dudes that be running around singing Jordan's resumes, ain't it funny that them dudes got them is the dudes that got punked? I always talk about it. I'm not gonna be up here talking about somebody else's prowess. I'm not gonna be sitting in the court talking about how great of a competitor Michael Jordan was. What did that mean about you? What did that say about you? He just, maybe I'm tripping. That's our biggest flaw. Is not like liking players willing to be bad guys and or got that dog in them. We hate those guys, and this is why This is why I get off Twitter every once in a while. They say, G. Bush, why ain't you got no videos? I can't take it. We want the Boy Scouts of America. And when I try to tell you what it is and what the playoff time is and what the playoff environment is, everybody there's guys that'll tell you, Isaac Okoro tries hard. Isaac Okoro, he tries hard. Leave him alone. They don't say leave him alone on the streets of Rucker. They don't say leave him alone on Venice Beach. They don't say leave him alone in Berry Farms in Baltimore, Maryland. Ain't no such thing as leave him alone. Come on now. This is playoff basketball. And I'm telling you, the Cavs can come back and win because nobody showed up besides Darius Garland, and they still almost won. I always knew they were going to have to go to the Garden and win a game. But this is the best rude awakening you can get. And the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Look, I'm consistent with it. You tell me where I have not been consistent with it. I put people on the clock. And by the way, I don't be wrong. Which one of these dudes that y'all thought was great that I was wrong about? I put Kevin Stefanski on the clock. I told him he got 6 games. Little did I know JB Bickerstaff was on the same clock. Because he got 6 more games. Kevin Stefanski's 6 games is at the top of the schedule next year. But these 6 for you, JB, your 6 is the rest of this series. Let's see if you can make something out of it. Let me remind you guys, because this happened before. You do know David Blatt got fired after going to the NBA Finals, right? And he won 2 games with no Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and he had Donovan. He had Delly as his second best player. Won 2 games. Everybody know that was LeBron though. But guess what? After that happened, he got fired the next year halfway, and T. Lue came in. Let's not act like that's not a thing. B. Skrills. Ime Udoka. You better stop doing that. They're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you infidelity. Takes him out of the running. Can't do that. How Josh Howard have 10 rebounds? Cameron, your guess is good as mine. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. AC Way, she told me if I didn't fight him, I was fighting her. Facts. See? Yep. Dogs and mental toughness win playoff games. They do. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, man. Dogs win dogs and mental toughness win those games. And I was the only. Did you see? You got. Let me know this too. I'm gonna throw up another one. Did you see anybody besides Donovan Mitchell? We're gonna do an emoji. I don't even know if y'all got emojis, man. Give me a frown face or something if I'm right on this. I didn't see one person showing any type of emotion in that game. Donovan Mitchell was the only person showing that he was displeased, showing that he was willing to jump in the stands, showing them that the game wasn't over, trying to get the crowd hype, diving on the floor. I did not see nobody else in that starting 5 showing that level of fight. None. It was almost like he was playing 1-on-4. And then he finally got Jetty to kind of start trapping people and him playing with a little more energy. But besides that, I didn't see it, man. I didn't even see the coach. And I wanted to get him in the huddle to see what JB was saying to him. Sometimes if Steve Kerr comes down to like this, coaches, guys, we got to compete. What is we doing? We ain't giving no games away. We got to get guys in guys' faces. Y'all is backing down. And I need you to show up. And I need you to play. It's okay to join the fight. I don't get it. I just don't. Look, you know how many times coaches done told me that? I've been a loudmouth my whole life. I done had coaches tell me, you talk a whole lot. You talk a whole damn hell of a lot. But right now, I need you to make plays and stop all that talking. All right, touche. Hey, you got me. Might want to go make a play. Man. Plays 36 holes in Jordan and said in Puerto Rico talking smack about him. Barkley said Jordan played like it was game 7. Well, Charles, that's the reason you ain't got no rings. It's the reason Karl Malone ain't got no rings. It's the reason Gary Payton, had to wait his rings out late. That's why all you guys, Mitch Richmond and Chris Mullin and who else? David Robinson had to wait him out. Patrick Ewing, you went ringless because y'all sit around and let these dudes do that. You should have been saying, look, hey, I'm not losing today. Just not losing. So if Sean Carlson said if the Knicks sweep the Cavs, Mitchell will demand to be traded. No, I'm gonna tell you what's so cold about Donovan Mitchell. From the few times I've interacted with him, he's way too savvy to ask for a trade like that. Because he don't do like all the extra stuff, floating stuff out. Like it'll be smooth criminal. Like he'd be like, yeah, I'm out of here, dog. I can't do this. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I can't really blame you. I mean, you got to have people. If you want to get to a point where you want to go to, you got to be able to maneuver and move how you want to. Someone says there is a delay on audio. I think that's because the internet is going crazy. Might be internet going crazy. A lot of people was online. We apologize for that. We'll work with it. Let's see. Blue Tober season says Udoko next season. Yeah, that might be it. At Brobot, it was sad to watch them getting punked like that. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna say this, and we'll transition. First of all, let me do this. Let me go to player of the game. Let's get to the player of the game. 103 people in here. Please hit that like button for me. Hit the like button for me. Let's get to the player of the game. Player of the game, Jalen Brunson. Only 30 minutes played, 27 points, 11 to 24 field goals, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And like we said, the closer. He closed them out what he needed to. He hit a lot of big times floaters. He hit a layup. He hit about 12 points in the third quarter that gave him a double-digit cushion going into the fourth quarter. I thought he outplayed Darius Garland by a mile. I also thought that he was more poised. The situation didn't look too big for him. I thought he was he played a really solid game, and it could have been a situation where they would even look worse if he played a lot. It could probably be worse. Let's get back to it. the mad emojis. Yes. Yeah, I was upset. Y'all crazy, man. Let me see. I got a super chat here, man. My Brett Watson, Blatt had to go after he tried to call a timeout with none left in Chicago playoff series. Oh, it was over after that. And then he tried to call a timeout when he didn't have it. And do you remember the one in the playoffs where he actually was moving around and trying to get the game was tied and he drew the play up for somebody else. And LeBron was like, wave that off. He's not running that. What you talking about? What you talking about? I'm running what we want to run. He was going after that. Brett, thanks so much. I appreciate you for the super chat. Appreciate your support. That wasn't going nowhere. That wasn't going nowhere. Let's see. Russell Wagner, Allen falling all over the place like he weighed 100 pounds. He looked bad, man. He wasn't even running hard. It looked like, I'm telling you, man, it looked like that man saw a ghost. He was spooked. I don't know if he thought Julius Randle wasn't going to play today, But he looked completely unprepared. He kept dropping on him. He was all over the floor. The towel boys was mad because he kept sweating on the floor. He like, bro, pick your feet up. I keep having to wipe this spot off. He wasn't aggressive and asking for the basketball. When they passed it to him, half the time he'd catch it, drop it, and look like even when he got the rebound, people would smack. It looked bad, man. We need a better bench. Yeah, that's an understatement. Sean Carlson said, I think the Cavs players hate JB. They want him gone. I don't know. Who would you replace JB with? Anthony Wilson. I'd take Udoka. I'll take, it's a lot of dudes, man. It's a lot of dudes out there. I want somebody for once to be a offensive guru. I'm just tired of seeing the Cavs run no offense, man, because it's fool's gold, man. You could get that off in the first 3 quarters, but when the fourth quarter come and they start trapping you, being physical off the trap, then you're counting on, even when you run pick and roll, that is a loss for your team. If you run pick and roll, they blitz you and trap you, and then you have to throw the ball to either Evan Mobley or Jarrett Allen at the top of the key. That is what they want you to do, because now it takes the onus off of the guards. We want the ball out of Mitchell and Garland's hands. So now it puts your floor general as a big in the middle of the floor with making the correct pass. Now, if you're the Golden State Warriors in your prime, why they were so good is they would consistently have to blitz. Any team was blitzing Steph Curry. So they run at him with a double team. But then what made them so good is they could get the ball to Draymond Green in the middle of the floor. And Draymond Green had the ability to take the ball to the rack with 4 or 5 dribbles and score. He had the ability to look and be a great passer where he can drive and kick to a 3-point shooter like Klay Thompson, or he can get the rebound for himself. He can look, he can dribble a little bit. Now the backside big man is crashing down. He could throw that high lob to him. And it was a situation where it's pick your poison, because off the pick and roll, if you double team, now you playing at the rim, you playing 4-on-3. So now all Draymond Green has to do is read the defense and kick to either Klay Thompson, click to Livingston, maybe Andre Iguodala is diving. That's all you got to do. But when you're the Cleveland Cavaliers and you've got Darius Garland who's doing that, and they're not doubling off of Donovan Mitchell, the only option is now when you trap, they throw the ball to Evan Mobley in the middle of the floor. Now guess what his options are? His options are either to kick it to Isaac Okoro in the corner for his corner 3, which he missed all of them, or he could try to play 2-man game with Jarrett Allen, a high-low, do something where we can. But guess what? Jarrett Allen was dropping the ball, moving the ball, fumbling the ball, not finishing. So that's what they want you to do. That they want you to do that, and people just and JB has to recognize that. He has to recognize that, man. But Abdul Smith, our bench is horrid. Yes, it is. Take one more of these. The thing is, they don't got at least 3 rebounds at the end. They would have won. The Knicks didn't even play well. They were just average. Felt like we gave them a game. Ronald, I agree with it. They got 3 rebounds, offensive rebounds at the end of the game, and we had an opportunity to win that game. It was like, in all of this, what I'm saying, every bad thing that I'm saying, what I'm saying also is, guess what? It can be fixable. It can be fixable, but it's a stretch to think that JB Bickerstaff is going to be able to adjust when he has not adjusted for the most part of the entire year. So can they win the next game? Sure. Am I going to hang my hat on it? No. But if I haven't predicted going 7, they had to win a game in what's the name at some point anyway. They had to win a game in New York at some point anyway. So the best thing they could do, win tomorrow, come out of there with a split, and figure stuff out. As always, make sure you check us out. We're going to talk about this a little bit more into major depth. We're going to get into a lot of that, man, on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. So you guys, make sure you check out the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Monday. We'll be talking about it. Also, you can check me out to Locked On Browns podcast. We'll be over there. We're over there every single day. If you haven't subscribed, do both of those. And then check out the Barbershop, which we are on right now. 104 people. We appreciate you. We will be back after Game 2 right here. Also, check out Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show because I'll be doing that one as well next week too. With that being said, it's your boy G. Bush, and you know what it is. When you're talking about the Barbershop, it's about sports, music, and culture. And you never know where I might pull up at, just like I did today. You only know if you want to know where I'm coming from. Let's listen for the Clippers. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Quality, service, atmosphere. You're next in the chair. Feel at home in the barbershop. G. Bush offers a fresh cut on sports. The barbershop isn't just grooming for guys. It's culture. It's lifestyle. It's sports. And it's now the barbershop is giving the sports scene a sheer shave and shine. Join the makeover now. Follow Garrett Bush at GBush91 on Twitter.